Hey everybody, I am here with November's box. The November spiritual discipline is submission. So this box is all about submission, starting with a quote on top of the box from Martin Luther. It is a kind of a complex, contradictory quote, but it's all about the idea that submission is really about freedom. In the Christian sense, even though in our world, when we think submission, we tend to think about control. So it's something to get you started thinking as you open the box. And inside, we find our master sheet that is going to tell us everything we need to know about everything that's in the box and then some. So we're going to start with our miracling. Just like the previous months, we have a miracling. This one is a scripture that we want you to look at and use either an erasable or whiteboard marker. Circle the phrase or word each week that makes you think of submission, and then try and practice that or live that out or focus on it for the week. Next, we have something that's not in the box. You guys will be getting a link via email, and if you don't, reach out to us for an e-version of the book, The Year of Living Like Jesus by Ed Dobson. The subtitle is My Journey of Discovering What Jesus Would Really Do. So it's a really cool book. It's very easy to read and very relatable about how he tried to live following Jewish customs that Jesus would have followed, and laws and rules, and live as much as like Jesus as he possibly could for an entire year, including looking at his teachings and treating and interacting with people the way that Jesus would. And so it's really good. It's about the challenges that he faced, the way that he needed to change his interactions with people and his way of looking at the world. And we just hope that you guys will enjoy that. Next up, we have our pot, soil disc, and seed paper. So believe it or not, this is going to turn into the soil that you need for you to plant some seeds that are, believe it or not, inside this paper. So one of the things that you're going to have to do is tear this paper up. And while that feels really weird to tear up the cross, I picked the cross on purpose because the cross is the ultimate symbol of submission, because Jesus submitted even to death on the cross. So it's a good reminder of submission and what that should look like. All right, I'm going to show you guys what this is all going to look like. So you've got your pot, you've got your soil. You soak this seed paper overnight. I haven't soaked it overnight, but you'll still get the idea. So I'm going to put that right here for now. I'm going to use this water for this soil. We might want to time lapse this. Okay. It's better if it's warm. It absorbs it a little faster for whatever reason. Yeah, I think it'll be good enough for this. So now it's soil, and you can put it in your pot. And then you just tear up the cross into pieces. And then cover it with a little bit of soil. And you'll want to keep this pot because the water can go through it. So you want to make sure that you put it on something that has some, that's going to be a little waterproof. And then you just wait for it to grow. Put it in a window somewhere sunny and wait for it to grow. Ta-da! So why are we having you grow a plant for submission? Well, just like when we ask God for things, whether it's we ask Him for something specific or we ask Him for direction, sometimes we have to be patient and wait. And so what better example of what that looks like practically than planting a seed, giving it water, and then sitting and waiting and watching for it to grow. So this is just a nice daily reminder as you wait for these seeds to grow, which could take up to the 3 weeks, that you just have to be patient sometimes. Next up, we have the bowl. So these lovely bowls made by Belinda White, who is a member of our family, our church family. And these bowls are, and this washcloth are to symbolize and remind you of when Jesus washed His disciples' feet. And yes, this is not big enough for you to put anybody but a baby's foot in, but it's symbolic as much as anything. We want you to, you can still wash someone's feet with water in this and your washcloth. But as much as anything, we want it to be a reminder to you that you need to serve others the way that Jesus served. And just as Jesus, who was what? Serve all, yes. Serve all. Just like Jesus served everyone, even though He was, God, you have to serve people too. You are no better than anyone else. So the next thing we have is our 7 acts of submission. And so these are listed in Richard Foster's book, Celebration of Discipline. And so it's 7 ways to practice submission. We put it on this nice postcard so that you can hang it on your fridge or tape it to a mirror or on a door that you go in and out of a lot. It'll be a good reminder for you as you go through your day to practice submission in your life. Then up next in our master sheet, that way. Next in our master sheet is the Serenity Prayer. And you guys may have heard the Serenity Prayer before, and it's different. The one that I have in here is a little different because and looking for it, I found out that it was actually written by an American theologian and then changed when it was adapted for some addiction recovery groups. So it's, Father, give us the courage to change what must be altered, serenity to accept what cannot be helped, and the insight to know the one from the other. So it's a good prayer to go through your day. It's an example of submission to God, and it's a good one that you can just pray whenever you're not sure. Then last, we have our submission challenge. So the QR code is here that you can use, or we have the address, the web address as well, for the website that you can go to. And we would love for you and encourage you, and would really, really strongly encourage you to go sign up for the 30-day challenge for submission that the entire church is doing. We're going to use the same booklet, digital booklet that you can download, and it has weekly practices, or you can choose to do daily practices, and all of that is in that booklet for you, and it will help you walk through 5 of those different acts of submission that are on that postcard, as help you focus on those each week and each day, whichever one you choose to do, but it'll help you live it out in a more practical way. So that's our box for this month, and we hope you enjoy it.